By the end of this video, you're going to have totally internalized the 1 chord and the 6 chord and how they relate to each other and what makes them different. Now, most music has chord progressions that start on the 1 chord. So we're developing your skills very gradually, comparing 2 chords, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And today's video focuses your ear on the 1 chord and the 6 chord. They're almost the same, except they differ by 1 note, which we'll get into. First, you're going to get a little ditty that's going to get the sound of these 2 chords ingrained in your ear. Then you're going to get some facts about how they relate to each other and how they function in modern music. Third, you're going to get a simple practice, a tonal awareness practice for 2 notes that's going to tune your ear to the differences between those 2 chords, the 1 chord and the 6 chord. Fourth, you're going to get a melody practice so that you can walk around and practice singing the difference between those. Now, singing is super important to internalize your chord progressions and sounds and melodic patterns. Then you're going to get a slightly more advanced listening exercise where you get 4 chords at a time. Now, if you're more advanced, you'll try to get all 4 chords. And if you're new to this, you're going to just shoot for one of the chords, the 4th chord in the series. I'm Hans at tuneindigo.com. Let's get started. This little ditty is going to entrain your ears to the sound of the 1 chord, the tonic triad, and the 6 chord, the submediant triad. All the notes in the melody are chord tones, so if you sing it in solfege, which I'll give you an opportunity to do later, there's nothing going to stop you. Now, it also contains some facts about these chords. So here it is. Listen to 1, 6, 2 common tones, how very similar in their bones. Listen to 1, 6, 2 common tones, how very similar in their bones. Almost the same chord, but for a la. So listen for a la to be sure. 1 chord here, then the 6. 1 chord here, 6 chord there. 1, 6. 2 common tones, 2 common tones, 2 common tones, 2 common tones. 1 transparent sing-song flavor. 2 common tones, 2 common tones, 2 common tones, 2 common tones. Okay, here are some facts about these 2 chords, the 1 chord and the 6 chord. First of all, they sound very similar, right? There's the 1 chord, do, mi, so. And now the 6 chord, do, mi, la. That sounds like they have 2 of the same notes, 2 common tones. And the difference between the 2 is either the 1 chord has so, or the 6 chord has la. So you can think of the 1 chord as being like do, mi, so, and the 6 chord as being la, do, mi. Those are the 2 chords, and you can hear how they're very similar. Now, often in contemporary music, we hear them as kind of like one thing. We often hear in jazz music and pop, doo-wop especially, we hear where the 1 chord goes do, mi, so, la. So that's a sound you may have heard before, and it's kind of, it alludes to the linkage between those 2. Now, when you're listening for chord progressions, most of the time you can listen for the bass note, which usually is the root of the chord, but it's not always. So you've got to have this other little distinguishing factor, the difference between the 1 chord containing so and the 6 chord containing la. But if you're good at learning chord progressions, go ahead and listen for the bass and then check. You might do that. So if you hear la in the bass, it's probably the 6 chord. If you hear do in the bass, it's probably the 1 chord. But any of those notes, la, do, mi, or so, could be in the bass. A chord can be an inversion, which means that some other note, other than the root of the chord, is in the bass. And by the way, the root of a chord is the note that gives the chord its name. So like a C chord, C is the root. Here's your first listing exercise. I'm going to play a chord progression that establishes the key. And then in this one, I'm going to play 2 notes. Now, the distinction between the 1 chord and the 6 chord is the presence of so for the 1 chord or la for the 6 chord. I'm going to play that chord progression that establishes the key. And then I'm going to play so and me, which would be the 1 chord, or do and la. So for example, here's the way the first one's going to go. This is going to get you started. There's the key, and here's the note. Now, in this case, you want to dive your ear in, find do as fast as you can, do, and then translate this into your range, do. That's, believe it or not, an octave lower. And get your ear in there and hear this note. And in this case, it's la. You'll hear each example played 4 times. And each time, I'm going to cue you to do certain things. On the first time, just listen and absorb. They're in different keys, so get yourself established intuitively to the new key. Then, on the second time, find do by singing T and do, which I'll help you with. On the third time, sing do, mi, so, la. And each time you sing so or la, determine if you hear the so or the la. On the fourth time, if you hear so on the third time, sing so, mi. And if you hear la, sing la, do. And at that point, I'll do those things with you, and you'll know the answer, and we'll move right along. Now, if you get these things right off the bat, use the outline in use the featured highlights below to just go from one to the next to the next. If you get them on the first time, you don't need to hear them 4 times. But I want to give everybody a chance to hear them as many times as you probably need. Here we go. Here's number 1. First time. Soak into the tonality. Second time, lock into do. Third time, sing do, mi, so, or la. Do, mi, so, la. Last time, sing so, mi, or la, do. La, do. First time, soak into the tonality. Second time, lock into do. Third time, sing do, mi, so, or la. Do, mi, so. Last time, sing so, mi, or la, do. So, mi. First time, soak into the tonality. Second time, lock into do. Third time, sing do, mi, so, or la. Do, mi, so, la. Last time, sing so, mi, or la, do. La, do. First time, soak into the tonality. Second time, lock into do. Third time, sing Here's a little melody pattern. There's a little bit of it in the ditty, but now I'm going to give it to you in solfege. And if you practice this pattern, it's going to dial you really deep into these two chords. And it goes like this. Do, mi, sol, do, mi, la, sol, mi, do, la, do, la, do, la, do, mi, sol, do, mi, la, sol, mi, do, la, do, mi, sol, do, mi, la, sol, mi, sol, do, mi, la, sol, mi, do, la, do, la. Lastly, we've got the exercise number 2, 5 different chord progressions, each one ending in either the 1 chord or the 6 chord. So if you're new to chord progression listening, focus just on the last chord, the 4th chord. If you've got some experience, if you're a little more advanced, see if you can identify all 4 chords. I'll refer you back to the 4 chord versus 5 chord video for this, because each one of these chord progressions starts with either the 4 chord or the 5 chord, and then it ends with either the 1 chord or the 6 chord. For this practice, the way the answers are going to happen is I'm going to guide you gradually through, like I did on the first one, but it's going to go differently. On the first go out of 4, you're going to not hear any of me, just the music playing 4 chords. The second time, you're going to hear those 4 chords. Then at the end of that, I'm going to give you do. And then on the third time, I'm going to sing a little tracing line or a guide tone line using only so and la to help your ear hear those 2 tones within the field of tonality. And then the last time, the 4th time, I'll give you the answers by singing the roots of the chords. So if you hear me sing do, it's a 1 chord. La, it's the 6 chord. So it's the 5 chord, and fa is the 4 chord. All right, and my voice will be very, very quiet. So if you want to ignore it, you can do that. Okay, here it comes. Here's do, now go to sol, sol, la, sol, la. Here are the roots. Sol, fa, sol, la. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope that you're able to now hear 1 chords and 6 chords, the tonic chords and the submediant chords popping out everywhere. If you've already got the 4 chord and the 5 chord under your belt, now you've got 4 of the 7 diatonic chords that are available to us, the 1 chord, the 6 chord, the 5 chord, and the 4 chord. And you'd be amazed at how many songs are made with just 4 chords, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know how you did on exercise 1. Did you get each pair on the first, second, third, or fourth? Did you get all 5? Let me know how you did on the second exercise. And over time, come back and let me know if you are starting to hear chords popping out in music that you listen to and music that you play, because that's really the most important thing, getting you hearing and playing music that you love with ease and joy. If you want the sheet music for everything I did today, hit the link in the description. It'll take you to Tune In to Go Learning's download page. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And of course, there's a course that's very systematic in building your ear up from the ground. Thanks a lot for listening.